Because, yeah. Because that would have, been a nice... But yeah, we're having a good time. Working on our sketch. Having the mic off camera is, definitely a no-go. Unless I turn the gain up all the way. I got a bad feeling if I do that, it result in seriously bad stuff for this mic's longevity. So, fill in a little bit here. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, how's your day been, Zale? Hey. Turning out. That's about where mine's been. Kind of. Bit slow though. Been too bad. But I'm gonna move my camera's image. You guys are gonna have me up there for now. Dial image. Oh, ours was pretty epic. We actually got a pretty good chunk out of it. We got about a foot. So we got the goods this time. It did not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that ours are gonna cancel tomorrow. Well, ours is teacher work day tomorrow anyway because of COVID. So, what I'm expecting them to do, probably at least delay us through Wednesday. I think that's where we're heading in ours. Ah, that felt good. All right. So yeah, I'm expecting a delay or cancel on Wednesday. Rightly so. Thursday night we're supposed to get some crap, some rain at least, and then Friday it's supposed to be full on Lady Winter saying hello. Have a pretty entertaining next few days. Looking forward to it. I've kind of been over the fact that they're, stupid enough to have children on a campus in the middle of a plague, but, what can you do? Okay. Kind of at. Yeah, we're. See. It's not that they're failing to make the connection.
If you should wake to a man
This
dead in
is
the
deliberate.
where virtually all
You
human
don't
life
do
is
what they're
on the
doing
face of the
out of
earth.
ignorance. People need to understand that at this point. This is deliberate on their parts. Okay?
If you
They
should
know
wake to such a
what
world
they're
tomorrow
doing.
morning,
You know it's wrong.
what would you do? Where would you go?
They're doing it anyway. This is when you listen to like the crap that's coming out of the White House, and they're talking about how encouraging that the only people that are dying now are the ones with comorbidities. This is now like we're in the realm of straight up eugenics. We're not. This isn't accidental. Everything from the way they've been handled from the start, and they're admitting to everyone that they're doing it on purpose. Am I? Shit. But yeah, they're outright admitting it, so quiet part out loud and all that. It might be cutting me out because my noise gate's on. Or set to really high right now, and I'm trying different things to keep my audio clear right now, so I'm doing adjustments. Like I said, this is not an accident anymore. There's not much we can really do about it either. Alright, so we kind of get a little bit of damage here and there, just kind of get this feeling that got some cracks in the armor and stuff. That's kind of what we're shooting for now. Not yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, actually. You would think I'd have it figured out by now. I think she's going to be a real fun character to play, roleplay. She gets to be a fish out of water in a really cool way. Yeah. Follow there. Make that there. But yeah, she's gonna be pretty fun. She'll have a fun fish out of water kind of thing. She's not going to be waking up anywhere near home unless the DM changes his mind or sets it in that kind of setting. It's going to be an interesting opportunity for the player. I'm looking forward to it, guys. I am legit looking forward to it. How often do you get to play character like? Add brightness here a little bit. Tone it down just a hair. I really wish they had put on this is a smudge tool. Okay. Now, fail. Right on this edge. My goal here is essentially we're trying to learn how to do this well enough to get like the basics done and down, so that I can when I get to a real art program, we start doing things like the smudge tool and stuff, that it's going to kind of flow together. Okay. Alright, so now we want a little bit up top. Yeah, this should be a fun piece. Having this done. Character should be great. This should be like one of the more fun ways. We'll see how it turns out, but I have high hopes for this character. See him do a lot of stuff. Okay. Let's make that. Okay. Go in. Feel dark. Just start color shading a little bit. Try to get that feel. Okay. Yeah, no clue what she is yet. None. What? Darker. Okay. Okay. Right in here. Kind of more in shadow. But yeah, this should be okay. No. Okay. But it's gonna take us a little bit to make it look. But we are getting there. We are making something of it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's adding a lot more depth, I think. Dark look. Hey, that looks a lot better. A little bit of color shading goes a long way, doesn't it? Cutting out again. Okay, fuck the gate. Fuck the gate. If it wants to be like this. God, I'm so sick and tired of this goddamn program. Alright, edit. We'll make the attack time double. Hold time a little longer. Alright, does that help? That better. And this, guys, is exactly why you will never be Critical Role. Ever. Don't have a full production team to handle all of that shit for you. They do. Every other word? Okay. Alright, do I want any booze? Okay. Right, so this needs to kind of... Okay, now we're going to have to re-ink that. Okay, I think this is probably better. I think it was the attack time. Probably wasn't working right on the attack time. Problem was, I started with the AI one, and I've discovered that the gate doesn't necessarily work right. Letting the AI do it. Alright, that's getting a lot better. So we need to kind of okay. That should go a long ways. Down here. About where it belongs. This bottom piece. Alright. I think we'll do more on this. So we're going to do some more up here. Yeah, I'm trying to get my audio to be as professional as I can possibly make it. And I think I'm just going to have to sack up and admit that it's never going to happen. It's really starting to get on my nerves having to work on it all the time. Okay, so those are all kind of there. You guys are kind of seeing a little bit of the lineage. So up here, fill that in. Then it's usually really good on D&D days. That is so weird. Her, what we're gonna do for her is good eyeliner. Okay. Now, skin shading. That is something I'm gonna have to do one of these. This. Now I can go to edit the color. Dark down. Start on. We're gonna start on. That way we can actually get there. Yeah, it's honestly getting to a point where I'm just about done having a fucking mic. Like, I am almost the point where I'm ready to, like, just run off the fucking webcam's Omni, because it's that bad. I'm really getting sick of having a mic. Gotta make this darker. Or two? So we're headway here a little bit, I think. Gotta get this over here. Okay, that should do that a little. Okay, we need to go darker still. Or two down. I think it's a lot to do with this mic just being super directional. Like, when I got this mic, I was just doing video games, so, you know, the mic just had to just stay, and I wasn't doing much. But now that I kind of have to move around more, kind of look and see and things, clearly it's becoming a prob. She's starting to look better shaded, so we are making some headway, I think. It's not as flat, which is always to the good. Back side here. Yeah, shading is a big deal. If you can color shade something, do it. And I kind of know what we have to do to fix the dragon. Never strong to start with, I think. Yeah, it's a big deal to, like, go down some more. Kind of like towards the back of her head. And in line on that recess around her skull. A bit more here. Cheek. Alright, so now we need to work on lip. Okay. Now, yeah, this always makes a huge difference. I'm gonna need to go darker shades. Okay. Let's go darker still, chat. Okay. That really does help out the face. Okay. So now... Okay. Do some line cleaning while we're here anyway. Alright. Off. Okay. Alright, so now... we'll lighten it as we go. Incidentally, guys, a smudge tool will make this so much easier. You actually get around to this shit, doing it the right way. A bit more like here. Okay. Now we come back to 100. Looks a lot better. A lot cleaner up there. Okay, so now you need to grab that. You need to actually start color shading on the arms. Start with the darkest color we got first. I don't know. Follow the same light sources that you have. Okay. Okay, now we can start brightening it up. Okay, now the brighter again. Bright again. And then here. First. This. Now, kind of have an idea where the arm is. Yeah, cloth is not fun. Honestly, this is not my best cloth, but it's kind of enough to kind of get me by for a while. Um, there's a certain level of talent that I do not have with digital yet that I definitely have with pencil and paper. And it shows. But we're gonna get there, and once we get there, new medium and I'm out of practice is basically all I gotta remind myself. It is a two-front problem, and I need to super thin. If I don't recreate my earlier fuck ups. My hand, because hands are already a bitch. Let's not make my job harder, right? Fixing that a little bit. Yeah. Now is the original skin color. Unless I want the brighter stuff there, so we need to fade that out. Okay, that's better. Alright, now, let's get back our Mr. Eraser. Here, since we're already in the neighborhood. Now, I will say that the higher end tablets, they probably don't suffer from some of the lag that this thing does sometimes. Probably, honestly, the big difference. I mean, I imagine resolution's different, but carefully go down here. This nice, clean this out a little bit. There we go. That's way better. Okay, so we're coming up to another fun part soon where we get to try to shade a hand. First things first, though, is we're going to make this less ugly. Because I can. So, when this party of mine beats Strahd and they do the homecoming arc, I did talk with the next DM. Don't know I have to talk to him again because I don't remember what he said, but there's a chance that he might not be comfy DMing while we're streaming. So I might have to come up with some other activity for us on Sundays. Which is his game day anyway, so I'm still going to be playing on Sundays. But our hours might end up shifting. If that happens, I'm kind of thinking of doing some game streams again. Nothing PvP. I will say that. At least not that I've planned, because the only game that I have interest in, I'd have to get good at again, and a whole bunch of other things have got to happen for that. So, like I said, I'm not gonna promise anything, but God of War did come out, and I'm kinda leaning on it, guys. So might want to keep your peepers peepered, because I'm very much thinking of some God for our D&D stream, or where our D&D stream used, along with some Horizon Zero Dawn, and then who knows? But I'm very much leaning on that. I have not. We're going to be playing God of War on the PC, and we're going to see what we think about it. So, I'm looking forward to it. I have not gotten to play God of War since the PlayStation 2 era, so for me, this is going to be a treat. And this is also part of the reason why we're not PvPing anymore, is it kind of ate into my gaming life to the point where I couldn't do things like God of War anymore. So, yeah, we're going to have a good time with that, I think. So anyway, now we got to get back to color shading. So we're going to go ahead and actually pale up around her here, closer to the peeling up her, and that we're playing with the light. But yeah, we're going to be doing some single player games, I think. We're also going to be finishing, for finally anyway, it's been overdue, the second Tomb Raider game that I was like over halfway into. That has to get finished, and I'm kind of looking forward to that as well. And then I've got the third as well, obviously, work on. Guys, I'm not abandoning you guys on Sundays. Worst case, if I do abandon y'all, we'll just be down to, the work week streams, and, it'll probably honestly make me a little less burned out on streaming during the work week, because it's hard, man. Like, when you're not doing PvP streaming, it is a lot more work, I have found, than almost anything else. Like, seriously, guys, it is a lot of work to streams that aren't PvP, because a PvP game will pretty much write itself for you and kind of gives you what you need to talk about and focus on right there in front and center. Everything else, man. So yeah, Sundays we might end up be doing some other things, but that's okay, because oh yeah, that hand looks a lot better. That looks a lot some days. So don't fear too much. All right, so we need to start getting ready to make decisions here again. Gotta work on our legs too. So let's get to crap. And on them legs. Let's make them legs. That down there, I'm just gonna go straight to the dark. Alright. Ain't fooling around with this. Down here is going to be dark. I know it, you know it, everyone knows it, so let's not fool around with it. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a little bit of a different routine, but that's probably not gonna happen till like May. If I've planned out the campaign right, it should be wrapping up around May. It honestly just depends on how fast they blast through the content that I've got for them. You know, they could just, you know, outright just be like blah 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 blah, and then you know, done. But I got some things for them next weekend. Back to the main story arc, as you guys know. Last weekend was kind of our cool-off session where, you know, I did just a little bit of the standard module with some modifications done to it. Okay. Okay, now we need to start working on that blue shit again. While we're here, go ahead and get her done. Yeah, so they're kind of made with the assumption that no one at the game table knows really what they're doing, so they're kind of made for idiots. At least in my experience. And what that makes is a really easy campaign. Now, I have given them some advantages that are unfair to the original module, but even so, the CR system in 5e is fundamentally broken. And so your encounters are very, they're very Spartan by default. And they're relying a lot on you having 7 to 10 random fights a day. And I can't write stat blocks out that fast, so it doesn't really work for me as an option. And the default modules, like I said, they don't present you with very much at all. And it really kind of hurts. the presentation of the game, in my opinion. And on top of that, this module, of all of the ones that I've looked at so far, it definitely suffers from being very generic. Like, there's nothing with the dark ones. There's no... Like, it's lacking that feel that makes it Ravenloft by default. So it makes it really hard to run the module if you... Like, it's still a fun... It'd be a fun, normal adventure, but it wouldn't be Ravenloft if you ran it the vanilla way. You know, there's a challenge element is missing. So, you know, you have to come up with ways to mitigate that. But okay, so nice. Yeah, it's made with the idea that everyone's going to be new and nobody really knows what they're doing. Obviously, I don't have that particular problem at the game table. I have a really seasoned group to RPGs in general, so they kind of all know what to do. And my focus is mostly on just making it more Ravenloft. But yeah, like they're our party is also very damage heavy. Like, most parties do not have this party's ridiculous level of damage output. Ignoring the fact that Inori has an oath bow, we literally have, like, all of the striker classes. We have them all in this party. And that makes a huge difference. Especially in the standard game, because the standard game is assuming that you're not going to have a party of like 5 damage or 4 damage dealers or heavy damage dealers. So we have to, you know, we have to beef monsters up. We have to use monsters with, you know, spells. You know, there's a lot of little things that I have to do differently because of this party composition. Which just makes it more fun for me as a DM, because it makes me have to write more creatively. Like I said, it's cool though. It's cool. I'm more than on board with everything that they've done. They could probably take Strahd now 4 levels under just because of the way this party is. If I ran Strahd the way the module has him. I am not going to do that for obvious reasons. I have a story in mind that I kind of want them to explore a little bit more before they, you know, think about that. So Strahd is going to be as hard for them at 10 when I'm done as Amisul was at 5. He is the obvious climax of the campaign, so. Yeah, this is helping all. Okay. Head and come over here. Going to shade her legs. Other leg now. Clean up on the line art here. Okay. That's starting to look a lot better. Okay, so now we need to work on down here. Means we get to do some cleanup. More cleanup, chat. Okay, now let's start working on this cleanup. Dark color first. Fill in this for now. And when we, I will get back to Miri, and we will finish her color shading at some point. I haven't forgotten Miri by any means, guys. Miri will have her fullness. We will have Miri completed. At some point. Exactly, but she'll get there. Yeah. Excellent. I saw what we were doing. I think we're going to go with a second light source on this side. Kind of like freckles. Okay. Now I need to darken this by a couple shades. Trying to darken that by another couple shades. Okay, and another shade. Shade worth calling a shade anyway. Better. Okay, now more. Okay. Full zoom. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot better than where we were. They do have encounters in the book. Most of the time, I make them myself at this point, or I just take what they've done and add stuff to it that fits a theme. Like the Amisul stuff, that was 100% me. That had nothing to do with the book at all. um, which is, you know, fine with me. Also seemed to make a pretty good climax for everybody. Alright, so I'm gonna have to change that leg. Or to make another change, chat. Thinking, yeah, less bending for. Okay, there we go. But yeah, alright. Yeah, I'm even in the exact module, I am usually tweaking it now. Like yesterday, they would have only fought the 3 hags without the Fomorian. And there was no troll. Or any kind of real guards to speak of on the outside of the mill. And I didn't like that, so I decided that it had to be done so that it's, I didn't like the lack of a guard outside, because I was like, that's not very haggish. There's a lot of little things in this module in particular that they could have done better. To fit the monsters that they're using. Like, a hag coven should, in my opinion, have some form of underlings guarding the coven. Because hags are an intelligent, spellcasting bunch of evil witches, essentially. Demon fae witches. So, they need minions who, you know, can beef tank it for them. So I added the trolls, I added the animals. So essentially, like, it would have been, like, at most a dretch and the 3 hags and whatever they could bring in. Which the 3 hags by themselves, if the players never popped the eye, would be scary enough, I guess. But you guys saw how they entered that fight, so. Like, and that's the other thing too, is like as a DM, like when you're handing out the tools to the party, the obvious use for that sword was exactly what Liam did. Where he made a tidal wave and just was like, you see those people? Fuck those people. That's the obvious approach. And you have to think about that as well as some of the more creative ones, like Theris, as player pointed out, during the Amasul fight, he'd been playing a spellcaster. He would have tried to take that amulet for himself, or the giant ruby suspended in the air to use against Strahd, and I would have allowed it. I was kind of surprised that no one thought about it, to be honest. That was, you know, I already kind of had a plan in mind for it if they did. And it would have been cool as hell. It would have given them some pretty unique tactical, strategic options to use against Strahd. And then sometimes they don't use stuff that you lay out for them. Okay, so that line set is pretty well cleaned up down there. God, the skin shading made such a difference. It made such a huge difference. Alright. Let's see here. Do I want beer? I do have... No rum, exactly. You have cider. But we're going to have a cider. I don't drink beer, but I always call cider beer at this point. That's what I treat it like. Most people treat their beer. Okay. So now, get back to work, Mav. We actually are going have to pick on the bandages. Alright, so let's pick on some bandages. So we need to make our lovely bandages. So the first thing we got to do, pick their color. Kind of leaning on kind of a brownish gray. Let's see if I can act. Oh. Kind of that color. First thing that I gotta do, we're gonna make a new save. We are gonna save over that. Now, take the color fill. And we will get ready to color shading all of the fucking band. It suck ass, by the way. This should royally suck ass. That one. God fucking. Appleby. Undo. Alright, now. So. I'd say this is a good color. Bandages. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. So, let's get our thingamajigger back. Flap, flappity, 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 flap, 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 flappity, clap, flap. Alright, now. Felt like I could use some of those for highlights. Okay, so we kind of have the base color in now for these. Wow, this picture looks so much better today. Wow, okay. So, clippity clappity, get off my happity. So, now we have our second save. God damn, that looks so much better. Looks so much better, guys. TI-85 for a second. Yeah, only Bold Rock. So, we kind of have this setting up now. Let's get our... So we actually have to start making some shit darker, too. As well as paler. So first, though, de-ink our bandage line. Upper great. But yeah, Anat's looking a lot better now. I had a sneaking suspicion the bandages were going to make or break this. I really kind of did. So... this crap. I'd say this is turning out a lot better than it was this morning. Alright, so far so good. Yes, she is a reborn, so yeah, she is technically an undead, I think. I need to look up the rules for that. In fact, let's do that right now. All right. Reborn 5E. Let me see. Creature type, you are a humanoid. Deathless nature, you have advantage on saves against disease, so she's kind of mostly an undead, it looks like. No, it's in 5e. Okay. So yeah, the D&D wiki dot. Yeah. So it's not technically an undead. But you have deathless nature, so you have advantage on saves versus disease and being poisoned and poison resistance. Damage-wise, you have advantage on death saves. You don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. You don't need to sleep, and magic can't put you to sleep, and you can finish a long rest in 4. So... 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Color. Add that to my list. Alright. Now, the bright hair. Up the zoom. Now, start working on this. Just start penciling in our first of many highlights on this bitch. Says, oh boy, do we have a lot of work. We also have to work on her sword. We got to work more on her wrappings. The wrappings are going to have runes and stuff on them as well. But we're going to do something smart for the wraps. That we are going to go get some hieroglyphics. And what we're going to do, we're going to draw some hieroglyphs. That's the reason I made that save. Made that save so I could put hieroglyphics on these arms, legs, and everything that's got the wraps. Because the wrappings, very big deal for how a mummy functions. And thus they will be dressed in magic warding and all that fun stuff. So, alright, go back to draw. So we need to make this like so. Now, let's start over here. We're gonna have a ball with this. This is gonna be fun. Oh, don't fret, chat. Now, one cool thing I'll give MS Paint is your custom colors it look like they're saved per image. So, Not here is going to have access to different colors than Mirror. Unless I deliberately recreate. I don't see a reason to at the moment. But, you can. Yeah, we're going to have some fun with this shit, chat. It's going to be good. Don't fret. Don't fret, chat. Okay. Okay. Skill fret coming on. Ah! Not 50%. No. These wrappings really did make a difference. It really helped. They really did help. These wrappings made a huge difference. A little fretting isn't a problem, though. It really does. It really does. Hell, I'm actually really enjoying learning how to do this. With paint, of all things, so... Yeah. Yeah, that was another one that got a huge Huge change up from the background. Eerie. The dragon, we're gonna have to figure something out for those color scales, because ooh, that's gonna suck. I did it dumb. So what I didn't do, remember when I said I should make an alternate save? Apparently I saved over the alternate save at some point, so I'm thinking what I might do is when I make that alternate save is we're going to erase the scales and then start the coloring that way and then add the scales back in. There we go. This looks way better. Way better, chat. Way better. Way better. Alright, so we want another brighter scale. Stop using the eraser. $100. Way nicer. Thought it was going to turn out. So. Okay, back to 100. Just that little bit of shading, right? Hey. God, that looks so much better. So much better. That was the original color here. Stop doing that. Lost me. Alright, so now we need to go darker. Yes, so 2. Okay, let's go darker. Yeah. Oh, that looks so much better. starting to kind of get this nice, really good color scale that I'm really just appreciating the hell out of it. I thought it would be the wrappings for Mary or for Anat. I figured it was gonna come down to the wraps for her. God damn, it looks so much better. It looks so much better, guys. Not bad, chat. Not bad. What else are we gonna add to Not here? Of course, we got to shade this thing. We got to shade that too. But and a little bit up here. That shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. This is definitely helping Anat. This is definitely making her more distinct. Alright, so we're going to go 2 more shades down. Start working it into the... off-colored zones. Makes a difference. Big difference. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yes, chat. This is what we need. This is exactly what we needed for her. God damn. God damn. A little bit of shading goes a long way, doesn't it? So we're also going to have to work on the helmet a little bit more. Okay, so bit of zoom. Yeah. Lasagna sounds fine to me. Oh, that would be boss. That would be boss. In fact, a future version of Anat here is probably going to have something like that going on. Right now, we're just, focusing on the basics. Okay, now let's start. Really dark. Okay. Gabby? Not Gabby. Okay. Oven's fine. I'm on the way. Okay. Looks a hell of a lot better. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got to work on the headdress yet, but yeah, I'm really liking where this is going, guys. If I did it 300%, I could really work on them eyes, I bet. Alright, so we need to start working on that gold up top. Solid gold, as a friend of mine would say. Solid gold. Rev, actually. You've not met him yet. I keep hoping he'll pop around. At some point. He might. Someday. We're lucky. Great guy. Really good guy. Man is absolutely terrifying at Mortal Kombat. I'll tell you that right now. Probably easily the best person I know at fighting games by a wide margin. It ain't even fair. He's so good at it. Great guy, absolute, just great guy to be around. Highly recommend you ever get the chance to hang out with him. He's just great. Really cool dude. Really cool dude. Okay, so we're almost there on this headdress. Let's adding Korea here and there. Okay. Darker. Oop. Okay. That out to 100. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I've got the yellows and stuff pretty much sorted, I think. Yeah. I kind of, it's been, he moved out to another town, and his schedule is kind of hellish at work, and, he's also got, like, a family kind of thing started, so I don't want to... Alright, so... Swordy sword here. And this picture looks good. Legitimately looks good. Damn, son. How are we gonna improve this, chat? How are we gonna make this cooler? Yeah. Normal gray in there as a highlighter. Yeah, I'd say that is quite the change up. Yeah, yeah, that just added a lot. Okay. Remember what I say, guys? A little bit can go a long way sometimes. This is definitely proof. Gotta add more this top piece. We're gonna do. Let's try to go paler. Go paler. Yeah, let's. Kind of, yeah.
She lives beyond the grace of God, a wanderer in the outer darkness.
Considering the character's
Seratu.
armor motif really kind of drives it home. Kind of really digging that. Okay. Go a little paler still. So okay. A little bit there. We're just trying to get that real nice, just intense shade that in there. That's gonna make a huge difference.
Yeah, I'm scared too.
Okay, let's go paler. There we go. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so. There. Fraction there.
Beyond the grace of God, a wanderer in the outer darkness. She is Santia, not Seratu.
Okay. That really kind of added a lot of intensity there, didn't it? Yep, for an image I was kind of skeptical at when I started, this is turning out really well. If I do say so myself. I think we're going to do next. Ah, that looks so much better. she's going to turn out really well. Percent. Writer. Yeah. That it's just in. That's the big. I make it just enough. Error? Error. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. That is. Chef's kiss it, baby. That is magnifique. Okay. Go ahead and make a new save. Wow. Yeah. Don't let anyone tell you yellow is hard to work with, by the way. This is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. A lot of good primary colors there. So, let's take this, cancel, and done. Ah. Okay, that's a little better. So next stream, we're going to probably work on this, and then commit to the sword. I don't know exactly what I've got in mind yet for this, but we'll know next week. Get to it. I am just figure out what you're going to do. Yeah, we'll work on the sword next week, I think. Okay, and now we want this blue. I want to go super dark. Yeah, yes. Look at it. So perfect. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Hey, chat. Yeah, next week we're going to work on these bits. And then we'll commit to the sword. And maybe we'll see about drawing. Yes, it will stay white. And we're just going to kind of do some shading with it. I suspect that is all we need to have. The white's going to give it a nice little contrast against the bandages. Because, hey, she's a mummy. No matter how hot of a mummy, she's still a mummy. But yeah, that's kind of what we're leaning on. We might also do something else with this cloak. not 100% happy with it yet. I haven't figured out exactly what feels off to me about it. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this. And, we're going to pretend really hard that I didn't nearly just spill a bunch of cider on my freaking power strip. I won't tell if y'all don't. Yeah, we're going to definitely commit to the sword next week, or next time we stream, which will hopefully be this Thursday, or Wednesday. And, kind of commit to the sword, get this shaded in, and then maybe we'll start working over here, start making some deets on this spell. You said twin snakes. I'm kind of digging that vibe, and I'm thinking it's going to be some kind of thing that ends in two snake heads. I think that'll be really cool considering what we've created so far. Just before I log out, we're just going to recommit ink work here. There we go. Just to kind of define that armor back up a little. There we go. There we go. That's much cleaner. Okay. Gotta have some clear, defined lines. That ink work right quick here. There we go, chat. Yeah, that's not a bad place to call it. So, y'all saw where we started today. And, yeah, she looks way, way cooler. This gold armor and the blue and the bandages really is just coming together. The flesh tones look a lot better than where we started. So, yeah, we're going to work a little bit more on this probably, hopefully Wednesday. I'm hoping Wednesday we'll get back to work on it. And, yeah, guys, I will see you all then. You all have a lovely evening, and y'all be safe.